There's this end bad governance protest Nigerians are planning, and it got the government rattled because they know that any protest can lead to a wider problem like serious civil disobedience that can bring down the government. That's why they've deployed a counter-protest. A group of people came out a few days after this project was launched and declared that they will be staging a counter-protest to counter the end bad governance protest. Why the government is rattled is because of how fast this protest has spread in the north. Despite the fact that many northerners are not on social media, but it's surprising that it has spread even to the villages. Many people are aware of this, and there is a rumor that the government has paid Imams huge sums in millions of naira to preach against the protest in many mosques in northern Nigeria. They are all rumors, by the way, but remember that after the presidential election of last year, this cleric from Kaduna revealed that 10 million naira was given to all mosques in Kaduna State during the presidential election campaigns. He even said that they should quote him, that he said it, if anyone is in doubt, that he is ready to stand by his statement.
Da na juma'a da na salawatul khams an ba mu miliyan 10 mun shakare na huta sheka ka kirga adadin yawan masallacin Kaduna gaba daya kowanne masallaci an bashi miliyan 10.
There's no doubt that he received 10 million naira to support their candidacy. So imagine how many mosques that are in Kaduna State alone. Can imagine the amount they spent in Kaduna, not to talk of all northern states in Nigeria. So you can see that these rumors are not far-fetched. They have done it before, they can do it again over and over again. And to prove that truly something must have passed under the table, many Imams are already preaching against protest, that protest is haram. Now, there's no doubt that many Islamic clerics in the north have a lot of influence over many people. But this time around, it seems that people are no longer as loyal as they used to be before to their clerics. Because of what? Hunger. The hardship is just too much. It has become unbearable on many people. That's why in one mosque in Kano State, after the Imam counseled his followers that they should never protest and join any form of protest, that it is haram. After the prayers, a few people started murmuring that they must protest. To the surprise of many people agreed with them that they must join the protest, that if the government doesn't want the protest, they should listen to the people and stop the hardship that people are facing. It was a serious surprise. People have never seen followers openly disobeying their imams right in their faces. So the situation is changing in Nigeria very fast. It wasn't up to a year ago, many were saying that they will teach some people lessons. Imagine saying you will teach a billionaire or a dollar millionaire a lesson. What lesson are you going to teach the person? Someone that can afford to move to any Western country and enjoy his life with his family. Someone that is already made. What lesson are you going to teach the person? Right now, many people can't even afford a square meal just once in a day. That's why some people fainted in mosques while praying. Yes, they confess that they haven't eaten the past 2 days, that all the money they earned after hustling around, that they spent it feeding their children, spent it on the family, that it wasn't enough for them to eat. They had to resort to drinking only water. So it is that bad in Nigeria today, and it's a pity that many clerics who took money or tried to influence their followers to vote for a particular candidate the last time are still the ones trying to convince them not to protest against bad governance. It seems that they have joined politicians. They do not care about the people. They are supposed to care about the welfare of the people, not politicians. If truly the government cares about the protest, why not use that money they are spending bribing people? If they gave the money to them, why not spend that money and improve the lives of the people? Yes, it will stop the protest. The reason why people want to protest is because they've been complaining all along that government should reduce the suffering. You can't just remove petrol subsidy and devalue naira and expect things to work out. The worst part is that they are telling Nigerian people to sacrifice, while politicians are not sacrificing anything. Yes, they live large, spend the money the way they want, ride on motorcades, splurge on massive budgets, whatever they want, they get it. But they turn around and tell Nigerian masses that are suffering to continue to sacrifice. Sacrifice till when? Anyway, out of many Islamic clerics in the north, there are still some that are willing to talk truth to power. They are saying it as it is, that protest is not haram, that Nigeria is a democratic country, and in a democracy, protests are not forbidden. That if they are talking about an Islamic state, then protests are forbidden. So living in a secular country called Nigeria, all citizens of Nigeria, no matter their religion, have the right to protest against the government, to pass a message to the government that, hey, we are suffering. Try your best to reduce the suffering of the people.
Kuma shari'a ta yadda da haka. To na yadda in ba da rayuwa ta dan Najeriya da al'umman Najeriya su sami rayuwa mai kyau. Wallahi. Amma na kasa gane yanda zan ga cewan zanga-zanga maslaha ce ga al'umman Najeriya a rayuwar da muke ciki irin rayuwa ta yau.
Since after the electoral heist that happened last year, many have always predicted that the massive protest that will sweep Nigeria to correct things, to put politicians on their toes, that it will start from northern Nigeria. Their prediction was based on the fact that there are more poor people in northern Nigeria. A poor man is an angry man. As such, they are more likely to protest before people that are not poor. So it is happening before our very eyes. And some of the voices in the north that are rallying people to make sure that they sack politicians, not even waiting till 2027, that they have to force them with a protest to do the right thing. How can you be saying you want to do something for people and the people you are doing it for are telling you, no, we don't want this. Do it this way for us. After all, someone was there, he didn't go this route. He knew the resultant effects. He knew the consequences of devaluation and removal of petrol subsidy. But here we are. The two policies have been imposed on Nigerians and it has brought serious hardship on them. Let's listen to Malam Jabi.
They should change, and we don't even want them to change. We are chasing them out by all means. Nigeria belongs to us, we the young people, and we must do all it takes to rescue this country because we have no other place like Nigeria. Nigeria is the only country we have. We are not expecting somewhere else from somewhere to come and rescue this country. So it is our responsibility to join our hands together, irrespective of wherever we come from, irrespective of religion, political party, ethnicity, or whatsoever, to come together and rescue this country so that every citizen will be proud of being in Nigeria.
So Nigerians must choose their fight very wisely. When people start making statements like, hey, people in the north, we are silent all the 8 years Buhari spent in power. They didn't criticize anything. They didn't join NSAS. They didn't do all sorts of things. Why are they suddenly awake today? Talking everywhere, threatening the government of Tinubu and all that they say. Listen, the difference is quite clear. The situation now, Nigerians have never experienced it. Yes, Buhari mismanaged the economy, but not to this level. Everyone must say the truth. Yes, they might have protected Buhari at the time because of ethnicity, because of nepotism and all that, but it still doesn't negate the fact that the suffering today is far worse than what was obtained under Buhari's administration. That's the honest truth. Also remember that many northerners criticized Buhari at the time, especially the ones that belong to PDP. So let no one try to confuse and discourage anyone from participating in the protest. Because in solidarity, Nigerians will win. The government must yield to their demands and reduce the suffering. They know what to do. It's just that they want people to suffer more for no reason. Because why are you floating Naira? Why are you devaluing Naira when you don't even have the foreign exchange to sell? Yes. How can anyone sell something that he doesn't have? You don't have the quantity and you're advertising it. That's why the exchange rate is too high. So anyone that is a true patriot of Nigeria must join other patriots to protest, a peaceful protest, not a violent one that will end up destroying properties of people, causing more damages to people. No, it must be a very peaceful protest. so that the government will truly understand that people are going through serious hardship. Hopefully they will yield and listen to the demands of Nigerian people, just like it happened in Kenya. Ruto even went as far as sacking his entire cabinet, just like the people demanded. It is the complete opposite in Nigeria. They are increasing the size of the cabinet while telling Nigerians to continue to sacrifice, that tomorrow will be better. But politicians are living their lives for today. Thanks for watching.